Warning.
This show contains mature content. Listener discretion is advised.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
One angry New York City Puerto Rican decided to start a radio show, determined to piss the world off by shoving a mirror in front of society's face. He kicked them in the balls.
What are you? Who are you?
This is the Crotch Shot Radio Show. Crotch Shot Radio Show.
This is not a test. This is a broadcast transmission.
We're going to stay on the air.
And now, Louie B.
Welcome to the Crotch Shot Radio Show, where we kick the issues in the balls. We're on an active war against bullshit. We will do anything and everything to expose bullshit. The ends sometimes justify the means. So if you're angry and want the truth exposed, then strap in and prepare to be shocked. This is Smash Mouth Talk. If you can't accept that, then fuck off. I'm your host, Louie B. I takes no shit from nobody. I freaking expose the bullshit of society, chop it up into nice little fucking chewable chunks, and give the information to you. So that hopefully you'll get pissed off as much as I do and want to fuck it up. Today will not be any different. Today, it never ceases to fucking amaze me. I never seem to be able to never, ever just be okay with fucking feminism. At this point, they should just get rid of fucking Tumblr. Because all these fucking stupid, retarded feminists, oh, we want equal rights, okay, fine. You want equal rights? Boom, okay, fine, equal rights. But when you start trying to fuck up creativity, trying to fuck up how someone expresses themselves because you're offended, because it affects your fucking personal self-esteem, which you don't fucking apply equally to everyone else. Case in point, you want all this fucking body positivity bullshit. Oh, I'm a size 4,000 in a dress. I should be able to date a man that has a six-pack. He's 6 foot tall and he's rich. He has a big dick. Okay. Let's say I weighed 4,000 pounds. Does that mean I deserve to date Kate Upton? No, if I tried to date Kate Upton, that would be considered a fucking joke. Just look at any movie. The fat dude gets dissed, and it's a joke. And hey, they're like, hey, if you don't want to get dissed, lose weight. They tell that to guys all the time. I've been told that. Hell, I went to a job interview today. Yes, your boy Louie B tries to get a job. Is trying to get a J.O.B. J.O.Beans. And I'd like to thank the 2 people listening so far. Feel free and click the like button and share with Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Help a brother out. I mean, I was at a job interview today. I was in Washington Heights. I actually ended up tweeting this out because it was just hilarious because it happened one after the other after another. You know how I knew I was in Washington Heights? All these fat fucking abuelas giving me advice on how to lose weight. One even said, "You're not gonna get a wife fucking being that fat. You look a little fat." Like one chick actually, like, you look. She tapped me on the shoulder. I was listening to some Steve Aoki. Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't want to hear no shit. I love EDM. Fuck you. I was listening to some Steve Aoki on my way to the job interview. Little fat old lady comes, taps me on the shoulder. "You look a little fat." Like she knew me from before. I was like, what? We got Mildred up in here. We got Mildred. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Up in here, Mildred. I don't know why I just said that. So so it's like, you're not gonna find a wife being that fat. I'm like, thank you. And so I decided to bullshit her. I'm like, you know how this happened? I caught my girlfriend cheating on me. I tried to shoot her. I ended up shooting myself. I almost died. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. Go fuck yourself. And she was so fucking offended. I'm like, you know, and fucking women have a problem with being catcalled on the street. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, oh my God, mommy, good morning. Oh, you're pretty. You're fucking hot. Look, I just wish one day, I don't even care if it's a gay dude. I'm not even gay. I just wish a gay dude would say, hey, you have a nice ass. And you know how good I would feel about myself? Like I'm doing something right. Just, like, I'm not gay. I just want the attention. So, you know, I mean, I'm dropping weight. I go to the gym every day. You know, the problem right now is, you know, I gotta get on a diet. You know, that's the problem. Diet, and I gotta get on some different diabetes medication, because the diabetes medications make me fat. You know, it fucking amazes me how, okay, you know, it's perfectly okay to bust to you know, like, I go on Tumblr a lot because, you know, I subscribe to certain blogs, and look, and I know there's a lot of dudes, especially in the Hoe Busters Facebook group that I subscribe to. You know, I like my women nice and thick. I like my women with curves. I mean, I like, you know, I like something to hold on to. Like, don't get me, you know, I do have a type where it's like, oh, no, that's too fat. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, that shouldn't be, that, you know, that's not me trying to body shame, because, you know what, there's some dude that would like SSBW. I just like them BBW and below. And, you know, 280 and below, like, you know. Actually, it kind of depends on the shape. You know, honestly, it kind of depends on the shape of the body. You know, it's just you know, that's the thing. And you know, so on Tumblr you see these women, they're you know, they're proud of their bodies. Some of them look like they got Down syndrome, like, oh, I'm a size 22 and, you know, I'm proud of my body. Like, okay, fine, you're proud of yourself. But, like, let dudes be a part of that fucking body positivity movement. How quickly would we get kicked out and called misogynist and called pigs because, oh, you're just trying to shame pretty girls into fucking you? Wait. Aren't you ladies trying to shame, you know, rich, successful guys? You know, actually, not only is they try to shame you into dating like, you know, dating like fat girls. It's like they try to shame you into dating single mothers. Like, oh, you can't date a single mother. You're not a man. What if you just don't like, and I'm going to get to the main topic. I just want to just do a little quick rant here. you know, they'll try to like shame you into like with me, you know, when people ask me, oh, you're 31, you're gonna be 32, how come you don't got kids? Well, A, I haven't found the right person yet, and B, I don't want kids. And they're like, oh, that's just irresponsible. How the fuck is it irresponsible? How the fuck is it irresponsible to not to want to have kids? Last time I checked, there was an article that came out that it now costs over $400,000 to raise a child. And that's besides you having to wipe shit out of its ass, have to probably put up with it mouthing off, have you seen that commercial? It's for, I forgot what country it's from. You know, I forgot what country it's from, but it's a condom commercial, and the kid is like, I want candy! I want candy! Like, acting like a complete son of a bitch in the supermarket, while the father's like looking all fucking defeated and shit. Because if they would have showed, like, you know what? If I would have pulled that shit, my father would have wore my ass out. But you can't beat kids now. Oh, sorry guys. Let me read the chat here. Let me read the chatatory. Oh shit! How come I keep forgetting to do this? Like my background music. Need some background music. Let me read the chat here. Damn Van Meter. Hopefully my future lover. My future. My baby. She goes, Louis, you look good. Don't pay any attention to what other people say. If you feel it's something you think will make you feel better, then it's up to you. I think you're one good-looking fucker. Guess I'm a cat calling you now. See, I don't mind that cat calling. See, I'm not one of those, like, you know, like, I wouldn't mind it if it was a chick that was like, Louis, I think I want to suck your dick. Like, she sounds like fucking Sling Blade. I'll be like, well, thank you. And I would take that, and I would put that in my, you know, my self-esteem reserves. So, Mildred goes, if catcalling is a problem, then I wish to tell people using my tall ass as shade to fuck off. Yes. Obviously, I don't care, but I like countering stupid with stupid. Strope invasion lols. Invasion lulls. Look, we just invaded your country for the lulls. Like, imagine you're a fucking massive army, you march into like a random country and be like, we taking over shit, and people are just wondering like, what the fuck, you just assassinated our president. Yeah, we did it for the lulls. And just leave them with a fucked up country. Oh wait, the US does that. Sorry, I guess the United States is invasion lulls. Okay. Invasion Lol says, I would never pay for another man's kids. And he says, I do like black women. I love booty. Yeah! He loves booty. Bah! He likes them big, black, and chocolatey. He likes to get some agave nectar and pour it on a black woman's ass cheek and just lick it up like biscuits. Just sop that shit up. Mars Attacks, Alien Invasion for the lulz. Oh, that movie sucked donkey dick, and I think it was meant to suck donkey dick. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So, as I was waxing poetic for the past, 15 minutes? Okay, well, the reason why I wanted to get into this, first it was the shirt gate. A dude can't even fucking land a goddamn space probe on a damn moving asteroid and wear whatever the fuck he wants without fucking feminists on fucking Tumblr popping shit. making the dude fucking feel like fucking like he like raped 10 billion chicks. Like, I'm sorry, it's like you able to park something in space by using remote controls on Earth. That's fucking awesome. But you got this dude feeling like he was like the most regretful Auschwitz fucking security guard ever. Like, oh man, I didn't mean to fucking, damn, I feel like a total dick. 6 mil? God, like, what the fuck? And it turns out it's a shirt that his homegirl got him. Like, fuck. You mean I can't even wear whatever the fuck I want, but, oh, if I fucking comment on how you fucking dress like a fucking slut, and, you know, so that way your ass doesn't get raped by some fucking maniac that obviously has no fucking self-control. Oh, I'm the bad guy? Oh, I'm the bad guy. Oh, I'm fucking slut-shaming you. Oh, I'm not saying, yo, maybe if your ass isn't hanging out, you won't attract certain attention. Like, I'm not saying, like, you know, there's some dudes out there, they got no chill. They got zero chill. That's not all men. It's a small fraction. They see a chick with half her ass hanging out. Oh, I want to fuck you in the ass, and they don't know how to keep their hands to them fucking selves. Mildred's like, Tumblrites have to make others feel miserable because they have nothing to call their own. Yeah, damn Skippy. And you know what? Like, I like to tell like people that consider themselves, like, I like to tell women that call themselves feminists about fucking what their sisters are doing on Tumblr. Like this fucking political lesbianism shit. Oh, well, you know, I hate men I hate how men objectify me, so I'm gonna objectify women my damn self and become gay. Like, really, bitch? It's like, oh, you're a lesbian? Let's hate men together. Like every they make it seem like every lesbian is only a lesbian because they hate men and not because they naturally like to lick another woman's vajayjay. Like me, I am a pussy connoisseur. I enjoy the smooth taste of a clitoris in my mouth. I thoroughly enjoy it. I do. And that's because it's natural. It's in my DNA. I'm not gonna be like, as pissed off as some women get me, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna show these bitches. I'm gonna go suck some dick. Actually, the difference between a gay dude and a gay chick would be, gay dudes wouldn't give a fuck if you just said, hey, I decided to be gay. Oh, really? Welcome to the club. Only gay women would have a problem with that shit. Like, they're the only ones that would have like a fucking secret handshake, a fucking biometric fucking labia fucking scanner. Oh, okay, you're part of the club. All right, come in. Dudes is like a fucking open door. There's like no hinges on the door. It's like there's no door. It's just an open portal. It's like, come on in. No. Don't mind that the FDNY says that you can only have like 200. Now we're gonna fit 6 billion other motherfuckers that decide that they want to get their fucking shit pushed in for a living. But on fucking Tumblr, man, I mean, like, Tumblr is the Ash, you're not the first. She's like, first? I don't even know why they do that. I love you, but you're not the first. Thanks for coming. But I don't, like, I think Tumblr is for where retarded feminists go to fucking jerk themselves off, or diddle themselves, or basically scissor themselves or something. It's like, oh my god, I came up with some so fucking epically stupid. Like fucking Tumblr, yo. Tumblr feminists are the worst. They're like the dumbest of the dumb. Oh yeah, no, Ash is like, people still use Tumblr. No, go on Tumblr. Nothing but fucking idiotic, fucking stupid feminists that don't know their ass from their elbow. So, reason why I want to start this. The image was released Friday as one of 25 Joker-themed variant covers scheduled for release in June. Albuquerque's Batgirl variant took inspiration from Alan Moore and Brian Boland's famous 1988 story, Batman the Killing Joke, in which Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, was shot and paralyzed by the Joker. It has been commonly interpreted, though not definitively established within the story, that the character was also sexually assaulted. In fact, hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna put the cover. You know what? I'm just gonna put the cover in the in the fucking thing here. The cover that has them pissed the fuck off. Like, it's like, you're gonna be like, for real? That's the issue? That's the fucking problem? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Yes, Strobe. Hold on. I mean, it's really fucking stupid. I'm just, those of you listening on the podcast, you're gonna see it. You'll just see it. Everyone in the chat room listening live now will see it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should be able to see it now. It's basically the Joker wiping fucking blood on the new Batgirl. Mind you, comics nowadays, comics are really not for kids. Like, you're not supposed to be giving it to like little 10-year-old Stacy thinking, oh, it's Batgirl. This is a good comic to empower my young daughter. No, it's not. Comics are for boys, and you know what? And some girls do read them. Older girls. You know what? I'm gonna just be polite and say, comics are for teens and adults. Teens to adults. I still read a comic. I love a comic. I'll download a fucking digital comic, read it. It's like it's massaging my brain. Like, if I don't want to fucking rot my brain completely watching TV or watching videos online, I'll read a fucking comic. You're still reading, but because there's that visual, the pictures, it feels like it's like massaging your brain, and you're still reading. It's just. And there's some words that I've learned off of reading comics. I had to like pull out a dictionary. Oh, what the fuck does... I forgot the word. What does this mean? Oh, and the song is Bob Sinclair World Hold On instrumental version. Mildred's like, of course it's the problem. It's easy to pick at. Surface, superficial, the path of least resistance. Maximum outrage off of minimum effort. Yeah, these fucking Tumblr feminists are just lazy as shit. Let me finish reading this thing. The highly criticized variant cover for Batgirl number 41 will not be published by DC Comics. CBR News has learned this move was made at the request of the cover's artist Raphael Albuquerque. My intention was never to hurt or upset anyone through my art, Albuquerque, the acclaimed artist of American Vampire, said in a statement. For that reason, I have recommended to DC that the variant cover be pulled. And this is the shit right here. there was a trending hashtag on the internet called change the cover, which began with a Tumblr post at over 2,000 reshares regarding a feminist criticism of a variant edition comic for DC's Batgirl. And mind you, these stupid twats do not buy shit. They're not gonna buy anything. And I'm getting tired of these companies caving to fucking this political pressure from non-customers, from people that won't buy their product, and they screw over the people that actually pay for this shit. And mind you, and thinking as a collector, if some of these covers, variant covers, fall off the truck somewhere, they're gonna be worth a fucking mint. Gin Mintin! Yep. But these stupid Tumblr feminist twats, they don't buy anything. They're not fucking consumers of anything. Yet they fucking get a say over me, who will actually go to to Midtown Comics. I'm not endorsing them. I don't get paid. But hey, Midtown Comics, I love your store. I love going into Midtown Comics on 42nd Street in Times Square. I love the smell. I love the smell of a comic book shop. But I will go in there and pick up a fucking copy. Mildred's like proof on the no buy thing. Thor has not been selling well after the SJW cave-in with FemThor. Oh, social justice warrior. You know what? That's he's a dude, right? Social justice warrior is a fucking dude. Let me Google this son of a bitch. Social justice warriors. Is that a dude or that's a group? Riding one by one. Tired of this shit. Buy rate cut nearly in half. Oh yeah. You know what? Look. Save my life tonight. You show me how to feel again. Okay. That's the thing. Okay. It's one thing if you're going to change the color of a character and make it cooler. The whole Idris Elba becoming 007 for some reason sounds fucking excellent to me. Cause Idris Elba seems like a fucking cool motherfucker, and James Bond is supposed to be a cool motherfucker. You want someone like that. Nick Fury, when they redid him for the Ultimate Universe, they turned him black, and they basically turned him black for the regular universe too. Makes sense. You know why? Because when fucking David Hasselhoff played fucking Nick Fury, he stunk out loud. Samuel L. Jackson, that's it. I'm tired of this motherfucking Hydra on this motherfucking helicarrier. Say Hulk one more time. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say Hulk. Oh man. And this is not the first time this has happened, but I want to really cover this fucking situation completely. And at the end of the show, I want to talk about something that happened on my last show that's never gonna fucking happen again. Because I've been getting emails and messages about it, and trust me, they're fucking correct about it. But at the end of the show, I'll bring that shit up. The cover reflects the story The Killing Joke, a graphic novel created in 1988 by Alan Moore, writer, and Brian Boland's art. The controversial cover depicts the Joker with his arm around Batgirl's shoulders with gun in hand, and Batgirl terrified with tears in her eyes. In The Killing Joke, the Joker shoots Barbara Gordon, which Joker comments rendered her disabled. Later in the graphic novel, we see a nude Jim Gordon on a roller coaster as he's shown a series of photographs of Barbara Gordon in agony lying on a bloody floor nude. In later comics, the New 52 pretty much trashes the old universe for a new take. Some stuff was retained, and appears the Killing Joke story was kept if you read Batman number 38. The first couple of Batgirl issues, also per Batgirl number 4, Barbara Gordon's spine is healed from the procedure that was done in South Africa in a South African clinic. A microchip is added to her spine. DC is currently doing a series of Joker variants showing various characters with the Joker. The controversial one being discussed right now is one of 25. One has to understand that the creative team behind the New 52's Batgirl, while Brendan Fletcher mentioned in a Three Chicks podcast that they would be moving away from the Joker, does not get to see the variant cover until they're revealed. So it's especially upsetting for me to see people attack their creators. End quote. This is a quote by Raphael Albuquerque. My Batgirl's variant cover artwork was designed to pay homage to a comic that I really admire, and I know is favorite of many readers. The Killing Joke is part of Batgirl's canon, and artistically, I couldn't avoid portraying the traumatic relationship between Barbara Gordon and the Joker. For me, it was just a creepy cover that brought up something from the character's past that I was able to interpret artistically. But it has become clear that for others, it touched a very important nerve. I respect these opinions, and despite pussy. I'm sorry, Raphael Albuquerque, if you hear this, pussy. Look, these are non-consumers. These are people. These are not the people you are supposed to keep happy. It's people like me that you're supposed to keep happy. It's the fucking comic book readers you're supposed to keep happy. You're gonna end up fucking yourselves, and the comic book industry almost fucked itself completely, because especially with the internet, with all these fucking newspapers going down. Freaking Disney having to buy DC comics, and Marvel's doing it, has its own studios now. Like, what the fuck? Like, honestly, hey, feminists, hey, come in. Can we huddle up real quick? Stop going after our shit. Most guys do not fucking rape. Most guys fucking respect. But a fucking good story is a good story. Yeah, you know what? Fucking rape happens. Real rape happens. Shit happens. Especially if you're in the world that they create as superheroes are concerned. Superheroes get hurt. You need what? They go home, they take off the cape and everything's fine? No, you need fucking conflict. There needs to be something going on. But no, you can't. We can't have fucking nothing. Like, it's like, it's part of the story. It's a consequence. It shows consequences of being a superhero. It's consequences for having to fight evil. Yes, I'm sounding like a complete fucking comic book nerd right now. But, like, when Gamergate happened, when they were going after fictitious fucking characters, oh, well, women in video games that don't fucking exist need equal rights. Okay, so fuck the creativity of video game creators. Fuck the creativity of fucking of clothing designers. Fuck the creativity of comic book artists and writers. Fuck, just say fuck creativity, because it's gonna offend somebody. Isn't that the point of art? Isn't it the point of art? Like, honestly, and I've done shows where I fucking criticize freaking art because, you know what, they go for the easy the easy offenses like religion and shit. Like, oh shit, like, I mean, there's this I guess open air art installation where somebody tied a Spider-Man figure to tied string to a Spider-Man figure's arm and attached the other end to a dildo in my neighborhood. I think he has a right to do it. He thinks that's art. I think it's fucking dumb as fuck. I think he's an idiot. Do I think he should fucking go to jail and apologize to me for me thinking that it's stupid as fuck? No, of course not. Mazel tov. God bless. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna play this song. I gotta go get some water down my throat. It's getting kind of dry. But I'm gonna play this song real quick. This song is called this song is called Cradle of Civilization by the UK rapper Low Key featuring My Khali.
I remember when I was growing up, if my mother got angry or frustrated with me, she'd say "Fishket helwa al hariya." Now the basic translation of that is, "Oh, how beautiful is freedom." But where is freedom? Close my eyes, I can still hear my ummi say it. But where is our freedom? This is for Baghdad, the place of my mother's birth, the cradle of civilization for what it's worth. The land I've never seen, culture I've never known. Iraq is in my heart, my blood, my flesh and bones. The air I've never breathed, fragrance I've never smelled. Pride I've never had, the nationality that I've never felt. Saddam was bad, the Americans even more so. They made me grow like I was missing part of my torso. But I never picked up a grenade in my garden. I never saw people I loved die starving. I never saw my family die through many years of sanctions, while the ruler's family lived in palaces and mansions. I never had a family member kidnapped for a ransom. I never lost a friend to violence that was random. Bombings, occupation, torture, intimidation. 1 million dead people doesn't equal liberation. Close my eyes, I can still hear my ummi say it. But where is our freedom? Forget division based on ethnicity or religion. Whether you're Sunni, Shia, Kurdish or Christian, pain is still pain if you're a person that's missing. We all deserve a life in this earth that we live in. Is there enough words that can say how deeply Baghdad is burning today? And it's not about pity, hands out or sympathy. It's about pride, respect, honor and dignity. Babies being born with deformities from uranium. Those babies aren't just Iraqi, they're Mesopotamian. What I view on the news is making me shiver, cause I look at the victim, see the same face in the mirror. This system of division makes it harder for you and me. Peace is a question, the only answer is unity. So many dreams about this place that I've never seen, a place my family had to leave in the 70s. Close my eyes, I can still hear my ummi say it. But where is our freedom? It rains white phosphorus in Fallujah. This is for those that won't live to see the future. Sorry that I wasn't there, sorry that I couldn't help. I'm sorry for every tear, sorry you've been put through hell. Still I feel like an immigrant, Englishman amongst Arabs and an Arab amongst Englishmen. Like I said, they never gave me the culture, but they did give me Kubad, Halab, Hakaka and Doma. And ismi Kareem wa umri talata wa ishrin ummi min Baghdad wa abuya min Dover. And that's the combination that I carry on my shoulders. Still I rep till my death, till they kill and sell my flesh. From now all the way back to Gilgamesh, such a villainized and criticized nation. You will always be the cradle of civilization.
Always get حلوة الحرية. Always get حلوة الحرية. Always get حلوة الحرية.
Close my eyes, I can still hear my ummi saying.
Always get حلوة الحرية. Always get حلوة الحرية. Always get حلوة الحرية.
Where is our freedom? In my sleep, in my dreams. Motherland, I can still feel you calling me. In my sleep, in my dreams. Motherland, I can still feel you calling me. In my sleep, in my dreams. Motherland, I can still feel you calling me. I can still feel you calling me. I can still feel you calling me.
What's up? That was Low Key with his song Cradle of Civilization featuring Mike Kali. We are back. This is the Crotch Shot Radio Show. Thank you for sticking around and listening. Thank you for listening to my diatribe. Thank you for chatting in the chat room here. Big shout out to Spreaker, everybody. Tune in tomorrow. I have a huge guest coming on tomorrow. The highly controversial Colin Flattery. He's author of the book White Girl Believe a Lot. He has a YouTube channel by the same name, White Girl Believe a Lot. His new book out now called Do Not Make the Black Kids Angry. Basically, he discussed black mob violence, black racism, like the knockout game and other black crimes against other ethnic groups and also against themselves. So that's going to be an awesome interview. Very glad to have him. So where was I before I had to go fucking hydrate myself? Actually, also we got the call-in line open. If you guys want to call in, the numbers, you need the numbers to call in, because if you don't get the numbers, you can't call in, and then I cannot talk to you. The number, there we go. The numbers are 347-927-6824. The number to get in, you could call or text. One of them too. The call-in number is 347-927-6824, or you could send me a Twitter message at LouisB1 or Skype me at Crotch Shot Radio. You have 3 ways to contact and contribute to the show, or you can chat. But hey, I'm opening it up. If you guys want to call in, number is 347-927-6824. So, Mildred in the chat room says, I hold these sort of rad femmes in the highest contempt because of their utter disrespect for the tradition, practice, and legacy of stories. Yeah, it's like they don't give a fuck. They have their agenda. That's all they see. They have blinders on. They don't want to see the big picture. They don't want to see that, that this shit happens. It's part of it. It happens, and to like leave it out. Or there's like, oh, I don't like it. Change it. Do you even read the fucking comic? No, I don't read fucking comics. That's for children. Then why the fuck are you commenting on something that you don't know fucking dick about? Ew, you said dick. You freaking you verbally sexually assaulted me. Police, make a law. Please, Obama, make a law. Stop these evil men from having a good time. Stop these evil men for having a fucking escape. Stop these evil men for being naturally attracted to women. Oh my God. Reminds me of this fucking bitch that I used to hang out with. She's like, it would be so much easier if you were gay. Why, have you tried being gay? Why don't you be gay? So that way we could be friends. I'm like, aren't we friends now? No, but you're attracted to me. Oh, okay, so you're the one with the problem, but I gotta fix myself. That's basically what it is. It's them with the fucked up thinking. It's them with the fucked up thoughts. Like that, normal people won't just be like, they won't see this picture and be like, and be like, okay, well, I feel like fucking shooting a chick in the back and, fucking, what you call that? God, what the fuck? I'm freaking missing the word. Someone help me out in the chat room. When you harm somebody so bad they can't walk or they lose a limb. It's not disfiguring. It's I just said it too. What the fuck? Paralyzed. Like, I don't have that desire at all. And this is not the first time a fucking comic book cover, like, pissed a whole bunch of people off. And, I'm sorry, ladies. Like, feminists, look. As a straight man, as a straight red-blooded man, I find a woman's body very sexual. Can I control myself? Yes. Am I gonna fucking grab your ass if you have your ass hanging out or your tits hanging out? Am I just gonna grab it without your fucking consent? Of course I'm not gonna grab it. Of course I'm not gonna grab your ass without getting your consent. But I'm gonna fucking stare. And I might go home and jerk off about it. Does that make me a fucking bad guy? Dismember. Okay. There's dismembered. Yeah. Yeah, and Mildred got it. Yes. Oh, God. Memories of the Spider-Woman incident. Yes. Boom. He hit it. Yeah, original story released. This was back in last August. August 20th. This fucking shitstorm happened. Via his Tumblr. No. Original story. Marvel released a variant cover for its November debuting Spider-Woman #1. Illustrated by noted artist Emilio Manera, the cover quickly received widespread criticism on multiple online outlets, both mainstream and genre-focused, for what had been argued to be a blatantly sexualized portrayal of a character. First of all, she's going around in a skin-tight fucking, costume. Like Spider-Man, he goes in the skin-tight costume. Like a lot of male superheroes, Superman, fucking Batman, skin-tight costumes. And again, you know what? And you know what? Spider-Woman is not gonna be fat because she swings, she fucking fights crime. That burns fat. Fighting crime fucking burns fat. That should be the next Billy Blank's fucking, workout DVD. Fucking up bad guys to the oldies or something. Imagine fucking, what's his name? That gay guy, what's his face? something Simmons, Richard Simmons, fighting crime to the oldies. All right, guys, kick that mugger in the nuts, and kick, and kick, and kick, and punch Doc Doc in the face. Right hook, left hook, right hook, left hook, side kick, side kick, side kick, side kick, elbow, elbow. Oh, I'm just telling you how I fight. Oh shit, I'm giving you a free lesson here. Again, it just goes back to this, we got this body positive. No real woman looks like that. No shit, no real woman looks like that. Where's the real Spider-Woman? What would real Spider-Woman look like? I don't know. She wouldn't exist because no real person has spider powers. This is unattainable. No shit, it's unattainable. Did I really just say that? I can't even speak English anymore. I can't speak English no more. I'm sure all those rat film whiners love watching Magic Mike for the plot. Yeah, no shit. Oh, I bet all those rat films also fucking pause at the end of Boogie Nights when fucking Mark Wahlberg shows his cock. They fucking and you know what? It's all fair game because I pause when Heather Graham is like stripping out of that fucking that getup and she like as Roller Girl. And not for nothing, Heather Graham, like if she was to shave, it would look good. But for some reason, her having a hairy snatch, like especially the way her hair grows down there. Have you ever seen it on in the movies when she comes out naked? She has cute pubic hair. Oh my god! Okay, I'm gonna. You know what? Fucking, I dare you, Rat Femmes, to share this audio. Just make sure you use the link and spread it. I could use the listens and downloads. Go ahead, download it. Let me go back to the article here. Sexualized portrayal of a character. At a time when there has been particular focus on the comic book industry's treatment of female characters. We need equal. Like honestly, they don't exist. They have no feelings. Like what the fuck? How's about you? Like honestly, there's clitoral circumcision going on fucking on the other side of this fucking ocean here. There are fucking girls getting shot in the head because they're trying to learn their fucking ABCs. Because Allah wants women to be fucking ignorant. Yeah, there's real fucking issues surrounding women's rights. Real women's rights that even I would back. I would be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we should take out some of these motherfuckers that are keeping these little girls from fucking obtaining their dreams. How's about we shoot these these motherfuckers that are cutting off clitorises because they think that that's gonna prevent them from catching AIDS because they're not gonna want to have sex. They're not gonna have the desire to have sex because you've taken away all pleasure from something that God created, if you believe in God. And I know I'm going to be like, oh, you believe in God? Yes, I do believe in God. Get over it. I don't give a shit if you're an atheist. Thank you for listening, but I don't give a shit. I believe in God. I'm not going to shove it in your face. I'm not about to have a fucking debate. Because you're able to carry the one using cosine, sine, and tangent to prove that there's no God. Otherwise, but you wanna we have people that fucking hell. How's about we look at the Japanese? Look at their porn. For some reason, they just love their porn is like beating the shit out of chicks. Like really, let's fucking do something where you know what I want every little girl. Oh, that's gonna come out wrong. I want every little girl to grow up to a legal age while getting an education, be able to find someone to love and have passionate fucking sex. Am I white knighting? Mildred, am I white knighting wishing that little girls grow up to be healthy women that will find someone that will love them and respect them and care for them, and they will love and respect them as men? You know? And be able to enjoy having sex? I think that's more offensive than fucking a fictitious character's ass. Not, you can't even see her ass. It's basically she's in a skin tight fucking uniform. And that shit is like, oh my god, we can't do that. Fucking amazing. People have way too much motherfucking time on their hands. Yeah, Mildred's like, that is not white knighting, not one bit. Boom, thank you. Thank you for the validation. I really need tons of validation. I'm an asshole. I need tons and tons and tons of validation. On Tuesday, Bleeding Cool noted that similarity in pose between Spider-Woman cover on unambiguously sexual cover by Manara in his comic Click. That same day, a female-focused pop culture blog, The Mary Sue, posted an article entitled "Marvel, this is when you send an artist back to the drawing board," writing that the cover does not instill confidence, nor does it tell women that this is a comic they should consider spending money on. Well, women don't fucking spend money. Like, a lot of women don't, in general, don't go to comic book shops. Hell, I mean, it was one thing when I, like when I was dating this one chick, I was like, I wanted to go inside a comic book shop and just browse and perhaps pick up some shit. And she's like, I'm bored. Come on, hurry up. I want to go. Yet if she wants to go fucking into a goddamn shoe store or a goddamn clothing store, she'll take a sweet motherfucking time. Or some other girly bullshit. Like, can we as men have anything in this society anymore? Anything that is male. Can we have anything that is male in this society? Like, okay, they want to come in. They want to come into our football leagues. They want to play. They want to make football fucking co-ed. And then guess what? It affects the game down the line, because it's not like you're gonna fucking full-on tackle a chick on the field. Then what does that teach boys if they want to play on the college level and get like a high school level to get, so that way they could get into college or get a fucking deal, a contract to play in the NFL? All you're gonna end up doing is fucking making a fucking a culture of like little fucking sissies. Like, you know, like honestly, on a fucking anatomical level, men and women are different. Men are stronger than women. Men have testosterone. Women have estrogen. We think differently. We are like, different things interest us. Just because you don't like what we're interested in doesn't make it okay for you to like run and try to tear down our shit. Like, the fucking balls on you. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding, right? Can't do shit. Can't do fucking shit. It's fucking amazing. It really is fucking amazing. Mildred's like, and what's worse, the Mary Sue thinks in that article that they somehow speak for all women. Also, allow me to laugh at the irony of a site named the Mary Sue talking about empowerment. More outlets joined the discussion on Wednesday, including IO9, perhaps asking an erotic artist to draw one of your most popular superheroines for a mass market cover wasn't quite a good idea. You know, so fucking what? It's not like he has her sucking dick. Like, honestly, this is no different than like Maxim. What, they're gonna start shutting down Maxim magazine? Oh, the women are too skimpy, the women are sexualized. You know what? Men like women. Okay, straight men like women. Straight men like looking at women. Straight men like looking at a woman's body. I love looking at breasts. I love looking at a woman's ass. I love looking at a vagina. I do. I like looking at naked women. It does not make me an animal. It does not make me a monster. It does not make me disgusting. It makes me a normal, wired man. And I'm not saying that, you know, gay men are not normally wired. You know what I mean? It makes me a normal, healthy, sexual male. And women are sexual too. And I'm getting to, and you're fucking, and I read this article. Feminism is fighting against female biology too. It's making you, it's slut shaming you. Feminism you're slut shaming yourselves. Cause it's saying, oh, you shouldn't feel this way. You shouldn't feel this way about men. You shouldn't wanna be sexual with a man. Yeah, you got fucking political lesbianism. Yeah, let's just teach these men something until they start, you know, it's gone way beyond fucking, oh, I want equal pay for equal work. It's more like, okay, I want to be able to make more money than you, but you're still supposed to uphold, you know, normal male fucking traditions like paying for dinner, taking me out, whining and dining me, even though I could be more powerful than you. I'm an independent woman. I don't need a man, but hey, I'm gonna put you on fucking alimony and fucking child support. I don't need a man. But you know, you got me pregnant. Oh, I was done by myself. Oh, you couldn't take a pill. Oh, you couldn't do 50 billion other. You couldn't take one of the 50 billion other contraceptives that are available for you. I only got two. One is to fucking do major surgery and snip my shit, which, you know what, I'm gonna do. And the other is to wear a condom, which doesn't always work. And if the condom breaks, oh, you're still held liable. Hell, a chick go, like, even if you use a condom, you tie it and you throw it in the trash, she could fish that in the trash and inseminate herself, get herself pregnant, and you're still on the hook. We live in a fucking society where, you know, a woman could put a kid up for adoption, like, oh, I made a mistake, I don't want to be a mother, and she's free and clear. She doesn't have to pay child support. Like, the mother doesn't even have to leave a fucking name. Let a fucking dude try to do that shit. He'll be arrested for abandonment. Yeah, but let's fucking worry about what's fucking what artists are portraying in fucking comic books. Smart. Wow, it really jumped up. How you doing, everybody? Feel free and chat in the chat room. Let me know you're here. give you a big shout out. Again, if you guys want to help me out, please go in or click the where you're in live chat right now. Click info and use my Amazon link to buy stuff. It helps me out. You can feel free to follow me on Twitter. You can also please like my my fan page. It's facebook.com/LouisBComedy. Yep. Please, feel free and like it. Make sure you want to get notifications because I like to post some shit. Mildred, thank you for retweeting. Mildred just retweeted, and in fact, if you guys want to follow Mildred, I'm gonna give him a shout out so that way y'all motherfuckers could follow his ass. Give a big shout out. Go to @Mildra the Monk on the Twitters. That's @Mildra the Monk on Twitter. Yep, and Apocalypse, he's there. Louis the Brazilian, my favorite Ecuadorian. Alright, I'm gonna take another break. And then close out the show. I'm gonna play the song again from Low Key. This is called Abomination.
This track is not an attack upon the American people. It's an attack upon the system within which they live. Since 1945, the United States has attempted to overthrow more than 50 foreign governments. In the process, the US has caused the end of life for several million people and condemned many millions more to a life of agony and despair. The strength of your dreaming prevents you from reason. The American dream only makes sense if you're sleeping. It's just a cruel fantasy. Their politics took my voice away, but their music gave it back to me. The land where the lumpen are consumed by consumption, killing themselves to shovel down food in abundance. I guess a rapper from Britain is a rare voice. America is capitalism on steroids. Natives kept in casinos and reservations. Displaced slaves never given reparations. Take everything from Native Americans and wonder why I call it the racist experiment. Afraid of your melanin, the same as it's ever been. That ain't gonna change with the race of the president. I see imperialism under your skin tone. You could call it Christopher Columbus syndrome.
Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Doesn't make any difference when they form your nation. Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Doesn't make any difference when they form your nation.
The world's entertainer, the world's devastator. From Venezuela to Mesopotamia. Your cameras lie cause they have to hide the savage crimes committed on leaders that happen to try and nationalize eating competitions while the world's been starving. Beat up communism with the help of Bin Laden. Where would your war of terror be without that man? Every day you create more Nidal Hassans. Kill a man from the military, you're a weirdo. But kill a wog from the Middle East, you're a hero. Your country is causing screams that never reach your ear holes. America inflicted 1,000,000 ground zeros. Follow the dollar and swallow your humanity. Soldiers committing savagery you never even have to see. Those mad at me, writing emails angrily. I'm not anti-America, America is anti-me.
Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Doesn't make any difference when they form your nation. Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Is it Obama's nation or an abomination? Doesn't make any difference when they form your nation.
I don't care if him and Cheney are long lost relations. What matters more is the policies. I lost my patience. Stop debating, bringing race into the conversation. Occupation and cooperation equals profit making. It's over, people wake up from the dream now. Nobel Peace Prize, Jay-Z on speed dial. It's the substance within, not the color of your skin. Are you the puppeteer or the puppet on the string? So many believed it was instantly gonna change. There was still Dennis Ross, Brzezinski and Robert Gates. What happened to Chaz Freeman? What happened to Tristan Anderson? It's a machine that keeps that man breathing. I have the heart to say say what all these other rappers aren't. Words like Iraq, Palestine, Afghanistan. The war's on and you morons were all wrong. I call Obama Obama cause those are your bomb, your bomb, your bomb.
I call Obama your bomber because those are your bombs. Woo! Sick. Alright, I just want to close it out by this. I received this comment off on my last show, the Wild Oats Project. It's already gotten 89 views. Wow. It's on the YouTube. I'd like to give a big shout out to one of my favorite listeners. He listens to it when it lands on YouTube. I started listening, and before I read this, I totally agree, and I'm gonna address this, cause you know what, this is like when someone makes a comment and it's like it speaks to me. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do got to make a change. And it's gonna makes me a better broadcaster. So Jedi Run on YouTube, thank you for this. I'm gonna read your comment right now. I started listening to the Crotch Shot radio show after I saw Louis B expose Luke Krukowski for the shill that he is. However, shows like this one that feature annoying, empty-headed females that, in my opinion, add nothing to the show should be avoided in the future. The show is supposed to be about kicking the issues in the balls, not trying to flirt with dumb broads who don't even know what the real issues are. I agree that Louis should let anyone feel free to call in, but he does not have to stay on the phone with them for the entire show. Let these people call in for a few minutes, then hang up and move on to the next issue or get back to the topic at hand. The show's done with Mercedes Carrera with Honey Blue Eyes were very good, and I would like to hear more shows like that in the future. What I do not like are shows that feature vapid, empty-headed guests that talk about bullshit and nothing of relevance. If this past wall MILF wants to bang Louis, then she should talk to him off air and get it done. She does not need to get on the show and hog all the airtime with her attention-seeking swinger stories. Yep. And you know what? Look, I'm not going to start bashing people, on this show, especially people that no one knows. And, I started getting annoyed that she came on my show just to bash another show host who I have no problems with. And you know what? And that will be the last time I allow anyone to use this show as a platform to attack other people. Only I'm the one that can attack other people here. It's my fucking show. And I'm just going to start, and I know this is probably going to cause problems. I'm going to start cutting people off. I don't care if, I don't care if people are used to doing funny fake radio, like, oh, it's all an act, ha ha ha. You know what? I don't do fake radio. I don't. I refuse to do fake radio. I make jokes based on real life, based on my personal experiences. I do prank calls. But at the end of the day, I'm not fucking bashing people, that don't deserve it. And you know what? Yeah, I should really cut down on the flirting. But hey, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm a flirt. I'm single. Until a certain person, she knows who she is ready to get me. And then I won't have no reason to flirt. But it's like the last show, you could hear it. Next time I'm just gonna start cutting people off. I'm gonna start cutting people off and be like, all right, that's enough. All right, thank you. Next caller. Oh, Donna Van Meter, you know who. You know who I'm talking about. So, because, I mean, you know, I'm not going to mention names, but, you know, I'm tired of the fucking, like, the Photoshop pics of, you know, those fake accounts on here, you know, with dicks being, like, photoshopped in people's mouths and shit. Like, that shit is just stupid. It's not even, like, as a comedian, that's some hack fucking childish bullshit. It's not creative. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, ban them, but just like, yo, fucking grow the fuck up. But, you know, it's just, like, I gotta agree with Jedi Run here. I can't be having this shit anymore. Like, especially when I'm doing kick-ass shows with Donna Van Meter. Oops. With Mercedes. Ooh, Freudian slip there. When I'm doing kick-ass shows with Mercedes Carrera. When I've done kick-ass shows with Honey Blue Eyes, who was a former prostitute. Well, now she's a former prostitute. When I'm having kick-ass guests like, Sadie Marie talking about Gamergate and being against feminism. When I'm having Ricky Sofer, who I inspired to and help get her show started, get her start doing the show here on Spreaker. When I've had, you know, other famous people, when I've had Shirley Phelps Roper. Now I'm going to get Colin Flattery tomorrow to discuss real fucking issues. When I've had freaking New York City Resistance, who I'm sorry we're not friends anymore. I think he's doing some important work. I will always support him, even though he doesn't agree with the way I speak. It's whatever. But I do support him, and I am glad. I wish he would do more stuff. I mean, if you listen, I talk about real shit, and I'm getting tired. I'm gonna start taking more control of this show and just start booting people. I don't care if you're gonna be talking about, you know, calling somebody else a fucking cum dumpster because because you're having a fucking disagreement. I'm not dealing with no fucking battles live on the air. You could do that shit in the chat room. That's fine. But I'm not gonna fucking address it. You're not gonna call in. I'm not gonna let people fucking call in and be like, oh, this chick is a fucking douche. That dude is a fucking no talent hack. It's like, okay, if you want to battle people, start your own goddamn Spreaker show, start your own goddamn podcast, and start talking shit on your show. Do not use my fucking airwaves, because I'm not having it anymore. If it wasn't for the fact that I ran out of fucking shit to say, and I was kind of tired, and I was like, you know, fuck it. I should have just ended the show. Next time, when I run out of content, I'm just gonna end the show, and you know, or I'll just cut people off and fucking move on. Let somebody else call in, cause it's getting to be fucking bullshit. It really is getting to be fucking bullshit. Fuck it. Yeah, you know what? First of all, I'm a Latino. Yes, I'm emo. I'm not cutting myself, but yes, I emote, and I don't give a fuck. This show, you know what? And you know what? And I'm probably just gonna piss off some people. Maybe this show is the most realist show on fucking Spreaker. It's just, I'm just gonna keep it real. I like to keep it 100, y'all. So, anyways, Mildred's like, I hate the word emo. It's just a buzzword. It is. It's just, and that going back to the whole fucking feminist Tumblr feminists. And now, if I could jump back to the topic of Tumblr feminists, now that Mildred freaking just inspired something for me to say. Why, if you criticize a woman, you're a fucking faggot? You have shows like The View. You had Oprah. You got Steve Harvey. The Steve Harvey show. You got fucking Farrah Gray fucking criticizing dudes, shaming dudes all the time. Or women that shame dudes all the time and shit. How come they're not lesbians? Why don't we just be like, oh, well, then why don't you be a lesbian? Oh, wait, they do that already. It's like, okay, look. Like, imagine the Jews being called fucking Nazi haters because, yo, I'm getting tired of my uncles being thrown in ovens and shit. I'm getting tired of my uncles fucking being shot in the head because they happen to read out of a Torah. Oh, you're just a fucking racist. You hate Nazis. What the fuck? Yo, I hate being fucking viewed like I'm a fucking possible rapist. I hate being treated like I'm a fucking son of a bitch because I got a penis, and you think all men are trying to fucking rape you when you look like a fucking, you look like you got like Down syndrome. You got like 3 billion extra chromosomes and shit. All this fucking shaming. You want a guy to do this, that, and the other thing, possess all this. Okay. Oops. Alright, Mildred, what's up? Mildred.
Yo,
you're on.
can you hear me good enough?
Yeah, I can hear you. What are your thoughts?
And my thoughts, and I had to pause it. I'm sorry. I'll catch up in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
My thought. The best word that I use to describe all those terms, empowerment, sexualization, which I don't like because it sounds like something's being inflicted.
Yeah.
The word I like to use for those sort of things, as just a catch-all, is a walrus tusk. The reason I say that is because it doesn't mean anything. It's just a word to slap on like purple prose to try and make something sound intelligent. Like when someone is saying that, say, the Batgirl thing is disempowering, what are they actually saying?
Exactly. Like how are you supposed to feel empowered by a fictitious character? Like that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me. They're arguing about like the treatment of shit of people that don't exist.
Now, as I've mentioned both in the chat and several times on Twitter over the last few weeks, mm-hmm. I'm someone who is a huge advocate of the story. Mm-hmm. Of the practice of storytelling. Mm-hmm. And I understand the ability for storytelling to inspire. Now, if I want to tweak that a little bit, I could see that, but here's the problem. Mm-hmm. When they talk about that kind of thing, they're not talking about what it ultimately boils down to is that the kind of character they want is the kind of character that they can live vicariously through with. Given that I'm a northern kind of guy, I like to call it hockey mom syndrome. Mm-hmm. Or any kind of sports parent, basically where the parent is trying to live vicariously through their own kid and pushing them so hard because they didn't get that because they didn't hack it when it came to that sport that they end up driving the kid out of it.
Yeah, or dance moms, or these junior freaking what you call that? You know, beauty pageant moms.
Oh, the whole toddlers and tiaras bullshit?
Yeah.
God, that gives me a gag reflex. but yeah, the whole, and the same thing goes, and it kind of shows the strength of their own convictions when presented with a reasonable argument from an opposing viewpoint. Because the true mark of someone's ideas is how well they can stand up to somebody who just doesn't agree. And the most cowardly thing you can do is call someone a bunch of buzzwords, or worse, do what a lot of people do, a lot of idiots on Twitter are doing, and just block them.
So Mildred, you know, just for for argument's sake, you're anti-feminist, are you?
I am anti-stupid.
What are you, gay? See what I did there?
Yes, yeah, I did. And don't get, and I've had that sort of claim before at me, because when I started really talking about story, I started in the tail end of the D&D is Satan bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And
D&D, what's D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Been playing that stuff for a long ass time.
And that doesn't make you a bad person. You know what? There's a store in my neighborhood called I want to say Dice's, and every Friday they have a Dungeons and Dragons play. Not a play, but they set up tables and shit. And you see a whole bunch of guys, they go there and they enjoy themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they're fucking shamed.
Yeah, back in the 70s, I'm not sure when the whole satanic panic thing started. It started with rock music, like, oh, we're gonna play this AC/DC record, backwards, and oh, you hear oh no, even further back, freaking Sgt. Pepper's Yellow Submarine, something like that. It was the Lonely Hearts Club Band, and because of that one weird thing that was at the end of the record.
Yeah. You play it backwards. First of all, why are you playing the damn fucking record backwards? What are you, some sort of fucking Ditsun?
Yeah, I think Pink Floyd actually mocked that whole thing once. Or if you played one of their records backwards, it would do this. Congratulations, you've discovered the secret message.
That's hilarious.
I don't remember which album it was on, but it was on one of their albums where they pulled that kind of thing. And but anyway, because when I was starting out, and I think I started really getting invested with D&D in 1999, and around that time, I had a bunch of people doing the whole you're a Satanist thing, and I was like, and even back then, I had stated, look, if you're gonna come at me with something, come at with the thing that I actually play, and actually read the motherfucking book before you go with this blanket thing, because at this point, I'm just going to conclude that you're a lazy son of a bitch who read what someone else claimed by someone else's report.
And usually that's what happens. Especially, I do stand-up comedy, and you hear a lot of when controversy happens with stand-up comedy, it's because someone misquoted a comedian's joke and then reports it, and then that gets fucking misquoted 50 billion other times, and it's like, oh my god, let's lynch him. Oh, you can't say a rape joke. Oh, you can't say a homophobic joke. It's I really do believe creativity, like with Gamergate, the Shirtgate, now Comicgate, and
there was Metalgate for a few weeks.
Metalgate. What's Metalgate?
Basically, there was an article that got passed around that was trying to claim that the problem with metal. Well, first off, they were using all of Stop me if you've heard these buzzwords before.
Okay.
Not tackling social issues, needs to be more inclusive, is a boys' club. Seriously, I need to make a fucking bingo sheet of social justice
First
warriors.
of all, like, what is wrong with having a boys' club? Like, you know, it was started off as boys' club, and then they're like, oh, we gotta include girls. How's about, fuck it, if that's the case, how come, actually, no, wait, scratch that. That just reminded me of something. You know, I saw a boy selling Girl Scout cookies.
First of all, why would you even want those things? That shit's nasty.
For, you know, and he wasn't doing it for the Girl Scouts. He was selling it through his school. Like, okay, so wait a minute. You're selling Girl Scout cookies, like, you know, like, because I don't know, you know, how old you are, but when I was in elementary school, there used to be this company where you would try to sell candy to people. Like, your parents will go take the order form to work, and they'll sell candies to their coworkers for you.
I remember that.
So that way you could earn prizes or money or Toys R Us gift certificate if you sold a certain amount of candy. But now fuck the prizes. There's like no incentive. But so basically, you know, the idea of Girl Scout cookies were so that way girls in the Girl Scouts could sell them, so that way they could learn to be entrepreneurial, learn how, like, learn math by handling money and shit, like learn learn a skill. But now it's like, okay, well, these poor girls, they can't be bothered to set up in front of like a Kmart or KKK Mart or or other store and sell boxes themselves. No. Let's give it to the schools, and they don't earn, like, the kids don't earn a fucking, like, no prizes for that shit. They just sell it just to sell it. Oh, okay, so you're teaching young boys to be slaves to bitches at an early age. Good, thanks.
Good riddance, I say, because I never really liked Girl Scout cookies, anyways. Yeah. And I remember when I saw that kind of thing at that time, and around the time that they were trying to do that in my schools, I remember that they were starting to use the whole Girl Scout stuff and one of the teachers tried to get me into it. Mm-hmm. And I decided, you know what, if you're not going to make it worth my while about it, I'm just gonna say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make it as my own thing.
Oh, why don't you be a gentleman? You're not being a gentleman. That's not really being a man. A real man would do it. First off, a gentleman is something I often say when I'm told I'm not being a nice guy is I say, nice guys finish last. So thank God I'm an asshole. Yeah. I forgot what comedian said this, but he goes, chivalry is dead. Like, okay, well, chivalry also had rules of battle. So unless you're ready to, so I guess if you're ready to joust, I'm down. Or fight to the death.
As somebody who goes to a lot of Ren fairs, has done a lot of studying from the works of the Renaissance Martial Arts Association.
Oh,
I can't help but find that whole thing to be really, really stupid. And even if I was to accept it, the next logical question would be, well, who killed it?
Yeah.
And when I
mean, look, really think about it. You hold the door open for someone, the chick's like, "Oh, you're thirsty."
I remember one time I was heading into this bookstore and I held the door open, and that kind of thing actually happened, and I immediately said, "You've got 2 seconds to walk through this door before I slam it in front of your face for disrespecting me like that."
Mm-hmm.
Because,
oh, be careful! You might be violating VAWA. Violence Against Women Act. Yeah.
Anything that the thing is, anything that I say, I do not hold back on anything. If I've got a problem with someone, I will tell them straight to their face, this is fucking bullshit, and I think you're a fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole you're not being a gentleman, I can be a gentleman, but one, I have my limits. Two, being a gentleman and being a pushover are not the same fucking thing.
Well,
but
there you go. Yeah.
But anyway, what I did instead was basically doing my own thing, where I was doing this restaurant delivery thing by bike.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the same thing that the Bite Squad does in some cities, where they'll deliver orders from various restaurants. Except I was doing it in a small neighborhood with a few fast food places, and doing everything on one bike.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, it was basically, you guys suck, I'm doing my own thing. And that's what all those rad femmes can't do, because every one of their complaints, every one of their articles can basically be summed up as, someone needs to, this sucks, this needs to change, but I don't want to try and change or improve it. I want somebody else to do the lifting for me.
Exactly.
It's like,
well,
and
I mean, and I also read someone says, guys will always invent a new space to make, and we just have to make it harder for women to get in. And just constantly, we will always try to constantly make a space for ourselves, because I mean, why is it okay for women to have make a space for themselves, make a safe space for them to be feminine or do whatever the fuck women do, probably scissor each other or something, but men can't go to a place and just either play Dungeons and Dragons or freaking play a video game or watch fucking sports, play fantasy football without it being called juvenile. How come we can't have an outlet where, okay, our rent is paid, our bills are paid, we work our asses off, we can't have something to relieve the pressure and do something that eases our brains without it be, oh, that's juvenile. Oh, why don't you pay attention to me? Why don't you do this? You're just lying down. You can't fucking, you're just sleeping all day. Well, I've worked. I done this. So let's go antiquing. Let's do something fucking asinine. Why can't we
do the things I happen to like?
Yeah.
Fuck whatever you like. Do what I want. It's narcissist is looking at this kind of thing. It's like, damn, these bitches are self-absorbed.
Yeah. And yet you criticize them as oh, well then, see, that's why you don't get laid. That's why you don't. And honest, and I like to do I've gotten famous at this one open mic. Well, not famous, but well known, that I'm gonna do most of my stuff is gonna be misogynistic. This one bit I do is you know why men. I was on the train the other day, and there was this woman talking with her friend about man spreading. And she was like, "Oh, why do guys do that? Why it's so dumb? It makes no sense." And she tries to open up her legs wide, which I've actually seen women sit like that. But she's like, "Oh, I don't get why guys do it. You know why?"
A quick way to piss somebody off on public transportation,
Let me finish.
Sorry.
I was like, you know why guys do that? Because we fucking built society. That's why. Boom. Boom. And they're like, what? When you know why I'm able to sit like that? Because in case there's a Red Dawn situation and I gotta fucking pick up a gun and start shooting at gooks while you're able to just sit at home in an air conditioned apartment googling BuzzFeed lists. And I just hit him hard. And I love talking about Lena Dunham. Like, how is she could rape her sister for 10 years, yet a whole bunch of chicks, all fucking after the fact, no evidence, nothing, talk about Bill Cosby trying to get paid, and he can't have a career? This chick lies about being raped, tries to ruin some dude's life, and to the point where the publishing company has to fucking pay this guy now?
Plus, there was also that that kid who wanted to play pro football, who, because of one story, his life was ruined for about 10 for
Brian Banks.
Brian Banks, and I may not be the biggest expert on football, but I will watch.
He shouldn't be having sex at a young age.
And what? And how is that exclusive? And to which I say, how is that exclusively his fucking problem?
Oh, well, he's a man.
How is that? How is that the problem? How is that not? How is that not
He's a man.
Shared by his parents for
man.
not teaching him to handle his libido?
Or the girl for saying no, because she obviously wanted it too. It wasn't rape. Well, it turned out it wasn't rape.
Yeah, 10 years later.
10 years later, after she spent up all that freaking blood money she got from the school district, that they're never gonna get back.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they can't. They're not gonna get that money back. He's not gonna get that time back. I think he got cut from a football team, so I guess he pretty much missed his chance at big time, or actually getting an education, because some chick wanted to lie.
Pretty much. I remember hearing that after his story broke, he got signed by the Falcons.
Yeah, he got cut.
Ah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But hey, let's worry about fucking fake characters in video games and comics and shit. Like not real. Let's we're gonna start giving freaking Spider-Woman, Batgirl, fucking Huntress a fucking suffrage then.
Never mind the fact that
let's give Minnie Mouse a fucking let's give Minnie Mouse a chance to earn the same as Mickey Mouse. Okay.
Despite the fact that the character isn't as old.
Yeah.
Or shit like that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I made that Magic Mike joke earlier is because of the well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, the hypocrisy of the whole thing.
Oh, it is.
And now here's the thing. And you can go ahead and chuckle at this if you like. I watch a lot of pro wrestling. I watch a lot of pro wrestling. I watch a lot of MMA from both stateside and abroad. Like I was, whether it be in the U.S. over in Mexico. I've seen some of the matches. I've seen some of the old matches that the Colon family was running in Puerto Rico. I've seen some of the pro wrestling stuff over in Japan. I love pro wrestling. I hear a lot of. All I'm saying with this is that I hear a lot of female screams when it comes to certain wrestlers in wearing tight trunks.
Yeah.
And yet that's not a problem.
Oh, Bobby Lashley used to get that shit all the time. Like, I was watching I forgot what pay-per-view was it. And my aunt was there and Bobby Lashley came out and oh wow, that black boy got a fat ass.
Say Lashley. That was Bobby
Lashley.
It was probably one of the TNA pay-per-views, but they don't do a whole lot of pay-per-views these days.
Well, WWE doesn't do pay-per-views because they stop almost
because they thought the whole network thing would be a better idea, and it really hasn't been.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby Lashley. Yeah.
But yeah, and don't get me wrong, I like Lashley. I think he's developed quite a bit from when I first saw him in the mid 2000s, and I think he did a really great job in the last few months. But the point still stands that it's perfectly okay to do that kind of ogling with Lashley or somebody else, but switching the genders around is suddenly it's misogyny, it's disempowering to women, or it's the patriarchy. All these buzzwords and all this purple prose bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, look at the whole 50 Shades of Grey. I talk about that in my act. I go, the nerve of these chicks. Now they're gonna expect to be fucking flown in a helicopter so I could get anal because of 50 Shades of Grey. I can't wait for the sequel to come out, 50 Shades Twilight, where it's 30 years in the future and Anastasia, she's no longer young and beautiful, but Christian Grey is still a billionaire.
It's funny you should mention Twilight.
Yeah.
Since 50 Shades originally started out as a Twilight fanfic. That's a harsher put down than anything I'm going to come up with.
Yeah. Yeah, and the punchline to that joke is like, so it's time for Christian to get a replacement, so he takes her out back and shoots her like Old Yeller. Oh, that, like, if there are women in the audience, they get pissed. Because it's like, you know what? You expect to have you think you deserve a fucking billionaire to come wine and dine you when you're basically a fucked up piece of shit yourself.
Not to mention when you don't do anything to really earn that kind of spot.
Yeah, I mean, because I saw the movie. I did. I watched it for educational purposes. Yeah. So I could write some jokes about it. But, the reason why he fell in love with her was because she was pretty. That's it. It was pretty and he thought he could get over on her. Okay, when she's no longer young and beautiful, her usefulness is over. Am I right?
Oh, you're definitely right.
And I mean, there was that open letter done by a businessman, because a girl was like, how do I marry a rich guy? And it's like, okay, well, let's put it in perspective here. You're gonna get older. You're gonna get older and older, and I'm gonna get richer and richer. My value is gonna continue going up. Your value is gonna decrease. What is the proper amount of how bad of an investment would that be for me?
It does highlight that those sort of people can't think long term.
Yeah.
And look at the bits of manufactured outrage we've had in the last year. Mm. They go to one thing, they get pissed off. They go right to another thing, get pissed off. Mm. Constantly jumping from moment of outrage to moment of outrage. Because I guarantee you, none of those people remember the whole thing with Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
Because they've moved on to something else. They've completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and if it's brought up, they're going to shift the goalpost and throw more words at you.
Exactly.
Because that's all they can do is throw words.
In fact, let me give a big shout out to Joshua DeMatas. He's actually the one that inspired me to do this show, to cover this topic. Because on Twitter, he, which is if you want to follow him, It is DND Joshua. That's twitter.com/DND Joshua. He asked me, have you heard of have you heard about this thing with Batgirl? What's your opinion of the Batgirl cover situation? And that was the first time I heard about this. And then I Google it, I read the article, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I remember the whole Spider-Girl fucking cover incident. And this shit has gotten out of hand. It really has.
Like, it really has, and it's very. A lot of the arguments that I'm seeing, and this was the part where it really dawned on me how intellectually lazy these people are.
Oh, completely.
A lot of the arguments I'm seeing were the same kind of arguments that years and years ago I saw Patricia Poling and Schnoebelen try and pull when it came to D&D. Same bullshit, different words. Hell, if you want to really go meta, Poling notoriously did these really bad edits of text that was in Dungeons and Dragons books to try and put an anti-game spin on it. Or to try and make it support her own claims. And I'm seeing that same kind of desperation from I like to call them political zombies. You know, these Tumblrites, these social justice warriors, whatever you want to call them. I see that same sort of desperation where they need, like a junkie getting their fix, they need to feel this kind of offense.
Yeah, it's I remember a comedian, Jim Norton, and I'm paraphrasing right now because I don't remember the full quote, but he essentially said, people like to feel offended because it makes them feel important.
And
it's not, but the thing is, when it comes down to it, I can't control what offends you. And it shouldn't be my responsibility to prevent you from getting offended. Because, hey, you know what? Like, what offends somebody else doesn't offend another. Like, I ride a three-wheel. I like to ride a three-wheeled scooter. And when I'm riding it in parts of Brooklyn, certain people curse me out for riding it. Does that mean I have to stop riding it because it offends certain people, or I'm gonna get cursed out? I mean, hell, it's like saying, so I go out and, I just put up with getting cursed out. Because you know what? There's some people that think it's cool. I pass out my card to the website where I sell the scooter, and hopefully I make money. So it's this whole, I mean, and I put this on on Facebook the other day. It's, you know what? The problem with this country is people love to feel like a victim. They love victimhood. They're all freaking they're in love with the victim. They got it all for the low. That doesn't fucking rhyme, but you know what I mean.
I will go a step further, and this is the reason why I made that addiction analogy earlier, is that they need to feel offended because, like you had mentioned, Jim Norton had said, it makes them feel important. But I want to go a step further than that. They need to feel offended, not because it helps them feel important, but because that is their entire identity.
Yeah.
That's why I stated that they have nothing to call their own, because everything they have is based on something else. They cannot answer the simple question, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
And when someone challenges their attitudes, their own they're so ingrained in that sort of victimhood that they're so miserable that they're unwilling to face it, so they have to lash out. And because of that, that's why they throw all those buzzwords at anyone who disagrees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've been called many
that.
things. I've been called evil. I've been called a misogynist. I've been called all that sort of shit. To which I end up using probably my favorite quote from Paradise Lost. Mm-hmm. Here we may reign secure, and in my choice, to reign is worth ambition, though in hell. Better to rule in hell than serve in heaven. Mm-hmm. And when I think about this systematic, almost systematic extermination or wanting to exterminate any sort of boys' club because it's not equal enough, I keep thinking of that quote. And is it really better to serve in heaven in that kind of case?
Yeah, no. No, of course not.
And this is one I'm going to leave off at because I realize I've been holding it up for about 35 minutes.
Well, at least you're not doing what the chick I had on here was doing yesterday, freaking using this as a platform to attack somebody else and get us off fucking topic. You've kept us. It stays on topic, so that's cool with me.
Now, I'm going to admit this. Mm-hmm. I am a massive bookworm. I read more books in a week than most people will read in 10 years.
Okay, that don't make you a bad person.
No, does make me a smarter person than certain idiots because I actually read and actually know the story.
Hi, my name is Mildra, and I'm addicted to books. Hi, Mildra. It's been 21 days since my last my last first edition of Ray Bradbury's Dandelion Wine. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Ray Bradbury's my favorite author, so.
I read too much to even have a favorite author, though. I will admit to. I like a lot of old school stuff. So I've read a lot. I've read a lot of Robert E. Howard. I've read a lot of Lovecraft. Mm-hmm. I've read the Barsoom books from Edgar Rice Burroughs. But anyway, mm-hmm. Now this is going to sound a bit silly, but I remember from my early childhood reading a Berenstain Bears comic called No Girls Allowed.
Okay.
Where you basically had sister who by crying to the parents forced her way into her brother's little club. Mm. Except every activity that they were doing, she sucked at and was always complaining. So they made a no girls allowed thing because they were fed up with her shit. Mm-hmm. She tried to make a club of her own to counteract, and instead of thinking about members or activities or anything like that, the first thing she thought of was putting up a sign that says "No boys allowed."
Okay.
That to me is kind of kind of tie. I think that for me at least is a fitting metaphor for the type of people that we're dealing with when it comes to this whole we need a safe space. It's like so in other words, you're not thinking about what you're going to do in this safe space, what sort of activities or why people should even join this safe space once you have it. You're just thinking we want a space where we can be safe from the imaginary people who threaten us. Again, not thinking long term.
Yeah, well. What do you want to do at this club? No boys allowed. Okay, can we paint each other's nails? No boys allowed. That's I haven't thought of anything else. Let's just keep the dicks to a minimum over here.
And ironically, all that they'd be doing is just because you'd have a bunch of people who are only familiar with each other because of this one thing of wanting a safe space. They don't share anything in common, and thus they can't have any real activities together.
I mean, and you know, it also kind of reminds me of these two Family Guy jokes. It's you probably know what I'm gonna go where I'm gonna go with this, right?
I think I've got an idea, but go ahead.
There's this.
I wish I were secure enough to throw...
Wow, you are definitely not afraid of dessert.
You know, I wish I were secure enough to throw on any old thing and call it an outfit.
Come on, you have so much body confidence. I mean, who wouldn't with those strong legs? So muscular. I'm jealous of how thick with strength they are.
Hey, I like your tie. Thanks.
Yeah. That is so fucking accurate.
Yes, it is.
It's like
truth is often the greatest comedy.
It is. I mean, most of my shit is based on truth, based on what I've gone through. It's or this one.
Hey Tyler, are you on your way to algebra?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
You're awful!
The preceding joke was brought to you by Men.
Men, we don't know what we did.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, you know,
it is.
I mean, and I'm just gonna throw this out there to if I ever get married, my future wife, my future girlfriend, I'm not a fucking psychic. If you're mad at me or you want me to do something or there's something that you need to get done that I'm not doing, fucking tell me. I'm not gonna guess. Like, you know, I'm not gonna fucking reach in your head and fucking, you know, freaking shake up a cup of chicken bones and read the future or, you know, read the entrails of a freshly fucking mutilated pig to fucking figure out, you know, you either want Taiwanese or Chinese. Just fucking tell me what you want. Like, you know, it's okay to make it easy.
I may have stated in the past that oftentimes there's to any complex problem there's a solution that's clear, easy to read, and wrong.
Yeah. But
sometimes simplicity is necessary. You don't need. It's a waste of time and effort to futz over little details like that.
Yeah.
And just go straight in to something and just figure it out as you go. Now that's entirely how some people learn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just, you know, I mean, and if you're in a relationship, you know, just fucking say it. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, don't fucking make this into a fucking, you know, freaking Sherlock Holmes in the case of something Baskervilles. I can't fucking remember the name. Hound of the Baskervilles. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Mr. Eli in the chat room says, "Hi there, folks from the UK. Good. How you doing, mates? This Comicgate palaver eerily reminds me of the anti-comic purges of the 1950s USA. Oh, I'm hoping it doesn't get that bad. Right now, it's just a bunch of twats fucking bitching and complaining on the internet and fucking big corporations caving to people that don't even fucking purchase their shit."
when the whole thing went down, I immediately started to enact the following rule. One, now first off, as far as I'm trying to remember if Marvel took down the variant cover, if they published it anyways.
I think they took it down.
Ah, shit.
I think they decided not to. Marvel. Oh yeah, they did. Oh wait, no. Let me see. Marvel cancels Milo Manara covers after Spider-Woman butt controversy. Actually, I think they did sell it, and actually, I think it's sold out. If I remember, if I remember correctly, Marvel has pulled 2 upcoming Milo Manara covers in the wake of a recent controversy involving erotic artist Spider-Woman's butt and, according to Manara at least, Islam. Manara, known for his not safe for work drawings of women who can't close their mouths for some reason, was supposed to illustrate variant covers for Avengers and X-Men Axis #1 and Thor #2, the second issue featuring new female Thor. But the company has reassigned the covers to artist Saya Om and female and as yet unnamed illustrator, respectively. These probably had something to do with the backlash over Manara's Spider-Woman #1 variant cover. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Spider-Woman #1. Let's do sales. Let's see.
Just for the record, I read the first issue where the female Thor debuted, and it's a really bad sign when I'm getting flashbacks to that Wonder Woman pilot from a few years back.
Ugh. Oh yeah, the one where it was a shiny thing, and they ended up. Well, I mean, look, in the shiny plastic costume, and then they changed it to like a denim looking one because she looked like too much like a stripper. Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. There is also the fact that pilot, which I think is still circulating around the net, had her as someone trying to live 3 identities at the same time, trying to be the whole girl in the apartment thing, and running a business, and being Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Shockingly, it wasn't picked up.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it didn't even the pilot didn't even air.
No, I only found out about the thing when it got leaked online, and a few people started doing reviews of it.
Oh, it looks like they did pull it.
Ah, shit.
I think they did pull it because I'm trying to Spider-Woman oh wait, let me go Spider-Woman #1 2014. Spider-Woman okay, #1 #1
I know that after the fact they gave her a redesigned outfit that doesn't even look superhero-y. It looks like something that was slightly customized off of some trendy store.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, same problem they have with the outfit change for Batgirl. In both cases, it's trying to make the outfit more realistic looking.
Oh, what they did was they had Spider-Woman. They just had the word Spider-Woman cover where they just had it cover her ass. And you know how much they're selling that cover for?
How much?
$180.
Looks like you were right about it being mint.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, the policy change that I had is that, okay, Marvel, you get a pass, and plus I don't want to stop playing Marvel Heroic Role Playing because that game was friggin' awesome. On the other hand, DC, whose venture into tabletop territory was not quite as good.
Yeah.
I can only really support their stuff from outside,
It's
and they don't even
ridiculous.
seem to want my money from.
It's really fucking ridiculous. So how Marvel fucking caves and fucking has Spider-Woman cover the word Spider-Woman cover her ass, and by the other fucking covers, it's worth the most. That should really tell Marvel something. I think if anything, they probably wasn't even, my conspiracy theory muscles are fucking tingling. There probably wasn't even any controversy. They just put this out there so that way they could sell comics and boost the worth of the comic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Admittedly, a lot of the times when I've been buying comics these days, I've mostly been buying from more independent groups. Like and after this whole debacle, I made a vow that for every character they complain about being sexualized or whatever, I'm going to buy 3 of that character's comics. Because if they're going to try and run it out, I am going to make sure that it is as damn hard as I can. And in the process, I rediscovered a comic that I remember enjoying back in the day, which was Medieval Lady Death. Because who's part of that whole Top Cow line, and I actually like a lot of the characters in that line. There's also stuff from Aspen Comics, and of course there's the old standard Dark Horse.
Mr. Eli asks, what's your view on the new Supergirl costume for the upcoming series? Yeah. Well, I've seen it. It looks traditional, so it's like I'm okay with it. But I really wish it was the new 52 version because I don't know, it's just the new 52 version of the Supergirl costume. I kind of like it having a shield on her pussy. Just looks delicious to me. Like it just like Supergirl's pussy with the new 52 the new 52 costume just makes it look that much delicious. But okay. But why does she have to be Supergirl? How come she can't be Superwoman?
Because that name's already taken.
Oh. From who?
Now, you could argue that I'm splitting hairs with this, but there has been a Superwoman character over the years. Mm-hmm. One case of which was the Superwoman from the alternate universe Crime Syndicate.
Yeah,
who was basically a powered version of Lois Lane. It was used in the animated feature Crisis on Two Earths.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So yeah, that name's been taken for a while. Secondly, and the whole thing is that's kind of the name that she's had, and it's one of those cases where in creative endeavors, much as in life, people need to stop asking. In this case, don't ask what could it hurt to have her suddenly be Superwoman. Instead, ask, but what would it help? Like, if the name has recognition, and all of a sudden you want to change it because reasons.
Well, there's a black Superman. How come they can't be a Superwoman?
And of course it goes into. I'm kind of reminded of what Miss Rodriguez had to say about the whole "why are we stealing all the white characters?"
Oh yeah.
Which I still certainly agree with. I mean, if I will say this: if you end up making let's use I'm just taking a stab in the dark here. Let's use Miles Morales as an example.
Yeah.
You know, the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that he was someone who had looked up to Spider-Man and through a bit of circumstance ended up getting that suit and had a whole bit of a story about whether or not he feels he deserves to be wearing the costume until culminating with the whole thing of this is your time, this is your mantle, and he finally accepts it, you know, going with a full hero's journey kind of thing. If a writer were to do that, I would be perfectly fine with it. But when it's a sudden change just because you want to have a change and not have it grow organically from a story, then I get pissed off. Because then it's a case of what you have to. First off, you have to do the massive ass pull to try and make it work, and second off, it's not going to be very good because you were doing it without thinking. That's why I don't have any problem with, say, Falcon suddenly becoming Captain America.
Okay. Well, and first it was Frank Castle. He was Captain America for a while.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, yeah, I think I think we covered it. We beat the shit out of it. Thank you for coming on.
My pleasure. I enjoy being had.
Yep. Feel free and come back anytime. Yeah, it's getting late. I've been doing this for 2 hours already.
Yeah, about two.
About two. So yeah, tomorrow I will have Colin Flattery. He is the author of White Girl Bleed a Lot and the new book Do Not Make the Black Kids Angry. We'll be talking about his book and other issues, race issues in this country. And yeah, feel free. Please help me out by going into the info section of the show right now and go to the Amazon link, or if you're listening on YouTube, just go into the description and click my Amazon link. And if you're going to buy something from Amazon, buy through me, please. It doesn't add to the price and it ends up helping me out. Also, feel free on following me on Facebook.com/Louis B Comedy and on Twitter Louis B at Louis B1 and that is a picture of Mercedes Carrera spreading her pussy lips. Nice. That just landed on my thing there. Alrighty. And follow Mildra at Mildra the Monk on Twitter. And also follow Joshua DeMattis. He's the one that inspired this episode, so please feel free, give him a big shout out. That's at DND Joshua on the Twitters. That is at DND Joshua, and at Mildra the Monk. So I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Mildred, thank you for calling in. Mr. Eli, thank you. Donna, Casey, Aaron, Josh, Apocalypse, and Andrew, Ash, Strope, who else? Yeah, that's it. If next time, feel free and chat in the chat room. And as always, from my house to your house, mahalo.
That's the end of my show. Donk.